God is going to surprise you in ways you never thought possible. Chosen one. You have been through a lot of hard times and times when you wondered if the promises made over your life would ever come true. You have kept your faith even when listened carefully, because your faith, patience, and persistence are about to be rewarded in a way that will leave you speechless. This is not a coincidence. This is divine intervention. The unexpected is about to happen, and you won't be able to understand it. Before we get into this powerful revelation, if you are truly the chosen one, this message is for you. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what I'm about to say could change everything. This is a moment of alignment, a moment of transformation. If you believe that God is about to do something great in your life, say so in the comments. Write your warmest wishes and type 99 as a sign of divine completion and breakthrough. When you do this, you are not just leaving a comment, you are sending out a vibration of faith that will come back to you in the form of blessings. Now that you've liked the video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's talk about what's going on in the spiritual world right now. There have been times when many of you felt restless, like something was shifting, but you couldn't quite put it into words. That's because a big change is happening and you've been waiting, but your time of waiting has not been lost. Every problem you've had, every delay, and every challenge wasn't meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you. See, when God is about to do something amazing, He doesn't just hand it over to you without getting you ready. He builds you up by increasing your faith, your patience, and your endurance, your ability to receive so that you are fully ready for the gift when it comes. Think about the times you've asked why something is taking so long, or why it seems like nothing is happening. The answer is simple. You are being set up for something so big that it needs a divine setup. If things had happened when you wanted them to, you might not have been able to handle the magnitude of the blessing. But now, because you have endured, because you have not given up the time of unexpected breakthroughs, there is something powerful about the unexpected, when you least expect it, when you have stopped trying to figure it all out. That is when God steps in. He moves in ways that defy human logic, in ways that make no sense to the natural mind. It is in those moments that you realize He was working behind the scenes all along. Doors that were once shut suddenly swing open, opportunities you never even considered begin to appear. People you never imagined would help you suddenly show up in your life. This is how God operates. He takes the least expected route to bring you into your destiny. For too long, you may have been trying to control how things unfold. You may have tried to plan, strategize, and work things out on your own. But the truth is, when God is orchestrating something, He does not follow human timelines or logic. He works on His own schedule, and His timing is always perfect right now. He is setting things up for you in a way that will catch you completely off guard. You may have been turned down over and over, or it may seem like every door has been shut in your face. But what if I told you that every no was actually a step towards a bigger yes? What if I told you that every delay was actually God's way of rerouting your path? What if you knew that everything that seemed like a setback was actually a build-up for something bigger? That's the kind of unexpected decision that is about to happen in your life. You may feel like you're lost in the woods and haven't been able to find your way, but don't worry, this is just the preparation phase. In every great story, there is a time of waiting before the breakthrough, and right now, you are on the edge of a moment that will change everything. Some of you have been waiting for a sign to confirm what you feel in your spirit. This is your sign. Something is going to happen when you least expect it that will help you. Your faith has been put to the test, but it wasn't for nothing. You have grown and changed through every challenge. Now the door is about to open, the chance is about to come your way, and the breakthrough is about to happen. This is your moment. God is not done with you yet. In fact, He is just beginning something surprising. Choice that is going to be made. That which is coming your way is not small. It will change your destiny and bring you into line with what has been promised to you since the beginning of time. So get ready, keep an open mind, and be ready for God to surprise you. It will be beyond anything you could have asked for or imagined. You are on the verge of something miraculous that is about to change your life forever. You may not see it yet, but it is coming. It is closer than you think. The plot is what seems like a quick turn in your story. God has been writing for you the whole time. The delays, closed doors, and disappointments were all necessary parts of your journey, because what God is about to do in your life needs preparation, not explanation. The time you spent waiting was not wasted. It was a time of refining you for what is coming. Like gold is purified in fire, your struggles have been the fire that has refined your soul. Your every tear, sleepless night, and moment of doubt has been molding you into the person who can carry the blessing that is on the way. God is about to surprise you, and when He does, you'll know why everything had to happen the way it did. There are people who have doubted you and thought you would never get through your problems, but they didn't know that their doubts were only fueling your destiny. You see, God often works in the shadows, out of sight of people who can't see your potential, but now He's about to bring you into the light to show what He's been building in you. And when that happens, even your doubters will have to watch your rise. You may feel like you've been walking through a storm for too long. The winds have been strong, the waves haven't stopped, and it's felt like you were going to be swallowed whole. But remember that storms don't last forever, and the biggest break, you have not been forgotten. You have been hidden, protected, and kept for this very time. When God surprises you, it won't be in a way you can guess. It won't make sense to you. You won't be able to figure out the way because it's supernatural. It may come from an unexpected person, an unexpected opportunity, or even an unexpected shift in your circumstances. But one thing is certain: it will be undeniable, it will be so evident that you will know without a doubt that it was God's hand that moved in your life. This is why it is so important to keep your heart open, to stay ready, because the doors that are about to open won't wait for you to prepare. They will require you to walk through them the moment they appear. The connections that are coming will be sudden but strategic. The blessings will be quick but long-lasting. And when you look back, you will see how every piece, even the painful ones, were part of a masterpiece designed for your highest good. You may be asking, but how will this happen when everything around me looks the same? That is the beauty of an unexpected decision. It comes when you least expect it, from directions you couldn't have foreseen. This is the nature of divine surprises. They bypass logic and break the rules of possibility. What you thought was over will come back to life, and things that you thought were impossible will be made possible by God. People you thought were broken up with, watch how God fixes things that can't be fixed. Look at how He brings new, better chances when you thought they were gone for good. Watch as He brings your dreams to life, even if you're tired or worn out. Now is not the time to give up. You are too close to something amazing. Often, the hardest battles come right before the greatest victories. Right now, this is your hardest battle because it is your greatest test. But on the other side of this test is a triumph so sweet and miraculous that you'll realize every second of the fight was worth it. It's not a coincidence that doors that seemed locked are opening. Mountains that seemed immovable are moving, and things that seemed impossible are becoming possible. This is your divine moment, and when it comes, it will be quick, sudden, and undeniable. So prepare your heart and spirit not with fear, but with faith, not with worry, but with expectation, because the unexpected decision that God is about to make in your life will not only bless you, but also inspire everyone who sees it. Your story is about to become a message, and other people will find hope, faith, and the courage to believe again through it. Now is your time. The breakthrough you have prayed for is closer than you think. The victory you have been believing for is within reach, and the blessing that is on its way will be greater than you ever imagined. Hold on, because your life is about to change forever. What is coming is better than what you prayed for, bigger than what you expected, and more beautiful than what you dreamed. And when it arrives, you will know it was God. It was always God, and it was always for you. The winds of change are blowing, and they carry with them the scent of miracles. You, the chosen one, are about to witness what happens when divine timing meets divine power. This is not just another season. This is your season, a season where what has been stored up for you in the heavens will finally be released into your life. You have waited, you have endured, and now the unexpected is about to knock on your door, but this time you won't have to chase it. It will come directly to you. The greatest surprises often arrive when you least expect them, not because you are unprepared, but because you are finally aligned. You have been through the refining fire, and now you are ready to receive what you once could only imagine. This is not a time to doubt. This is a time to declare. It's time to shift your posture from hoping to expecting, from wishing to knowing, because the decision has already been made in your favor. You are simply about to see it unfold before your eyes. There is something powerful about divine timing. It cannot be rushed, and it cannot be stopped when it arrives. It cuts through every obstacle, every barrier, and every delay. You may have thought you were forgotten, but you were simply being reserved for something greater. Right now, there are unseen forces moving on your behalf. Contracts are being signed in rooms you haven't entered. Recommendations are being made in conversations you aren't part of. Favor is attaching itself to your name, and opportunities are searching for you, not because of who you know, but because of who knows you, and God knows you. He has seen your private struggles, your silent battles, and your hidden tears. You didn't quit when you could have. You didn't walk away when it felt easier to do so. And because of that, He is about to reward you publicly for everything you endured privately. This is your moment of divine exchange, where pain is traded for promise, tears for triumph, and waiting for wonders. Many of you have felt like you've been walking through a hallway of closed doors. Every opportunity you tried to open seemed to be locked tight. But let me tell you something. When God moves, He doesn't need doors. He creates new pathways where there were none. What you are about to experience is not just a door opening. It is a floodgate breaking, and when it opens, it will pour into your life blessings so abundant that you won't have room to contain them. There is a reason you have felt pressure. Recently, pressure always comes before breakthrough. Diamonds are formed in the cocoon fight. Pressure and wings are built up. You are not being buried. Instead, you were planted. Now you are about to rise, stronger and brighter than ever. An unexpected choice will not only lift you, but also elevate you. Your blessing will be so great that it will overflow and touch your family, friends, and even people you may never meet. You may feel unqualified for what's coming, looking at your past mistakes, failures, or weaknesses and wondering why you were called. But I tell you, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called, and you, chosen one, are called. This next part of your life isn't about your qualifications. It's about His grace. The unexpected decision that goes in your favor will be so powerful that people will have no choice but to admit that it was divine. This is why your story has been different. This is why your journey has been full of twists and turns. Normal paths don't lead to unusual destinations. What God has planned for you is not normal, it is extraordinary. And extraordinary things are born through extraordinary processes. You didn't go through all that trouble for nothing. You went through all that trouble for this. Right now, your life is going through a sudden shift, and the great thing about sudden shifts is that they come without warning. Things look the same one day and different the next. One phone call, one email, or one chance meeting can completely change your life. That's the power of the unexpected. And when it does happen, when the breakthrough comes, remember this moment, remember the struggle, because your story will give someone else hope. Do you feel it? Your story will show the world that faith works, patience pays off, and God's timing is always perfect. So what should you do now? Don't prepare out of fear, but out of faith. Get your heart ready to receive, your spirit ready to celebrate, and most of all, stay ready, because the unexpected happens so often and your moment is close. You didn't just come this far. The journey you've been on has been leading you to a divine intersection where preparation meets opportunity. At that intersection, something miraculous will happen, and the decision that seemed to be delayed will suddenly be made in your favor. Do you feel it? The weather is changing. The tide is changing, and what's ahead is bigger than what's behind. Be ready, stay open, and expect the unexpected, because when God surprises you, it will be glorious. The air is thick with possibility. You can feel it, the shift, the stirring, the feeling that something is about to change forever. This isn't your imagination. Your spirit is sensing what your eyes can't yet see. The unexpected decision that is coming will be swift and undeniable, and it will mark the turning point you have been waiting for. 1 minute you're hoping and believing, and the next you're walking through doors you never even knocked on. This is one of those times. You have been chosen for something better, and God is about to move you from waiting to receiving. What is coming will not be because of how hard you work, but because of God's favor. Some of you have been about to give up and wondered if your breakthrough would ever come, but what if I told you that the longest waits often bring the biggest blessings? You see, there is a reason why your journey has felt so hard. The bigger the blessing, the longer the preparation. And now you are standing on the edge of everything you have prayed for. The time of preparation is ending, and the time of manifestation is here. There is something special about divine surprises. They often come in the form of something you didn't expect. You may not see it at first because it won't look like what you had hoped for, but trust me, it will be better. The job, the relationship, the chance, the breakthrough will come from a place you didn't expect it to, and when it does, you'll know why every other door had to stay shut. Have you noticed how quiet it has been lately? That's not emptiness, it's the calm before the shift. It's where miracles happen when God is about to move. The enemy often tries to fill your mind with doubt. You may feel discouraged, you may feel weary, but let me remind you, the greatest battles come right before the greatest breakthroughs, and your battle is a sign that your breakthrough is near. The decision that is about to be made in your favor will defy logic. It won't make sense to those who thought you weren't qualified, but that's because they didn't know what God was building inside you during the struggle. You were being equipped for something bigger than you imagined, and now it's time for the unveiling. You may feel like you are in a waiting room, stuck between what was and what could be, but here's the truth. Waiting rooms are where destinies are decided, and in this very moment the decision has already been made. The contract has been signed in the heavens, The opportunity has already been prepared. It's just a matter of time before you see it manifest in your life. When it comes, it will come suddenly one day. Everything will look the same, and the next, everything will be different. That is the power of the unexpected. And when it happens, it will be clear that it was nobody but God. The doors that are about to open will be too big, too perfect, and too aligned to be anything but divine. You've been faithful, you've kept going. When it didn't make sense, you've trusted when there was no proof, and now it's time for your reward. What is coming is not just for you, it is also for those connected to you. Your breakthrough will break chains in your family. Others will be encouraged to keep believing because of your story. Your gift will flow into every part of your life. So what should you do now? Stay in place. Get ready. You won't have time to get ready for the shift. You'll only have time to step into it when it comes. Align your heart with expectation, your spirit with faith, and your actions with readiness, because when the chance comes up, you have to be ready to answer without hesitation. The unexpected choice that is coming will not only bless you, it will also reposition you. You are being moved into a new level of favor, a new realm of opportunity, and a new season of abundance. And this change will last forever. What is about to come into your life can't be taken away because it comes from God. You may be wondering why I say this. The answer is simple. You didn't give up. You kept believing when things got tough, trusting when things looked bleak, and going when all your feelings told you to stop. Your endurance has set you up for a sudden divine prize. Some people will wonder how you got there and why it happened so fast, but they didn't see how hard you worked to get there. They only see the blessing, but you know the story behind it. Now is the time for you, not tomorrow or in a moment. You have entered the season when the unexpected becomes real. The shift has happened, the breakthrough has happened, the gift has arrived, and it's marked with your name. The air is charged with destiny, and you are now in the breakthrough instead of just approaching it. This is where the shift can be seen. The sudden, unexpected, and miraculous is no longer something you are waiting for. You are walking into it. The decision has been made in your favor, and what was once hidden is about to be revealed. You may have felt the tension that weighs heavy on your spirit lately. That's because you are in the final stretch, and the enemy throws every distraction, fear, and doubt in your path. But do you know why the attacks have been so strong? Because your breakthrough is about to happen. The enemy doesn't fight what isn't valuable. The warfare you have faced is the clearest sign that what is coming is beyond anything you have experienced before. The unexpected decision that is about to unfold in your life has already been sealed in heaven. Nothing can change the fact that it has already been said, written, and given to you. Don't put it off, don't get distracted, don't fight it. The timing is divine, and divine timing can't be messed with. What's meant for you will find you, and it will find you on time. For a long time now, you've been living in a season of almost but not yet, chances you didn't catch and doors shut before you could walk through them. But those were not failures, they were practice runs. Finally, God lined up the perfect chance, not just any chance, and the wait is over. This choice is not a small one. It will change your whole path and affect every part of your life, including your job and relationships, your money, and your reason for being. What is coming will be so important that you will look back and say, this is where everything changed. The best part is that you won't have to force it, manipulate it, beg for it, or work for it. The chance will just come to you. It will appear suddenly and easily because it is yours by divine right. What seemed far away before is now close. There is something holy about sudden blessings. They remind you that God is writing your story. You've been writing your plans in pen, but God has been writing His plan in stone, and His plan is not only better, it is perfect. When the unexpected happens, it will be so in line with your spirit that you will know it right away. There will be no confusion or second guessing. It will feel right because it is right. People will be shocked by how quickly you rise. They will wonder how this happened. It's your obedience has opened doors that your family will walk through. Your patience has broken chains that others couldn't break. Your faith has unlocked blessings that will flow through your lineage. The decision that is being made in your favor will have an impact that lasts far beyond your life. You may be wondering how it will happen. The truth is that it won't happen the way you expect. It could happen through a person you didn't expect, an opportunity you didn't think of, or a sudden change that throws you off guard. God is good at the unexpected because it takes faith to deal with the unexpected. What do you do now in this sacred space? Between the promise and its fulfillment, you have to be ready, open, and hopeful. The chance will come up out of nowhere, and all you have to do is say yes. When you do, everything will change, and your life will speed up. Doors will open without keys, resources will appear without struggle, connections will form without effort, and you'll realize that it was never about you striving. It was always about His timing. Oh, and once this blessing comes, there is no going back. You are no longer the worried or wondering version of yourself. You are fully stepping into the version of yourself that receives. You are becoming the person who lives in answered prayers. This is your reward for the battles you fought alone, the ones that left you tired but never defeated. This is the promise kept for every night you cried and every day you kept leaving. So get ready, because the unexpected decision is here. It's your time and it's happening now. What used to take years will now only take days, and things that seem to be taking too long will now arrive early. You are entering a season when time bends in your favor. Opportunities will find you, resources will flow to you, and the right people will show up at the right time, not by chance, but by divine appointment. But this is more than a season of receiving, it's also a season of becoming. You are not just walking into a new blessing, you are walking into a new version of yourself that is ready to handle what you have prayed for. If you deserve the blessing, you are not only getting it, you are becoming it. What's even more powerful is that your breakthrough will break chains for other people. The good things that happen in your life will spread to those around you. Doors that open for you will also open for your family, friends, and neighborhood. People who have lost hope will find faith in you again because you were not only chosen, but also called. The decision that was made in your favor is also a decision to raise you. You are being put in places of power where your voice will be heard, where your gifts will be used, and where your life will show that faith works. You might feel like you can't handle how fast everything is changing, but hear me out. You are ready. You are not going into this new season by yourself. You are going into it with divine support. Every resource you need will be given to you. Every answer you seek will be revealed, and every problem you face will be turned into an opportunity. The days ahead will be glorious. You will be blessed so much that things will start to fall into place naturally. You will have divine alignment moments when everything fits together so perfectly that you'll know it was planned from above. But most importantly, remember this: you deserve this, not because you are perfect, but because you didn't give up when things got hard or lose hope when things looked dark. Now you are reaping what you have sown, and it is harvest season, so step into it. Fearlessly walk through every open door and say yes to chances that seem bigger than you, because they are, but so are you. You've grown out of your old season, and it's time to rise into your new one. This isn't just the end of a journey, it's the start of a new chapter that will be full of sudden blessings, unexpected favor, and miraculous breakthroughs. You've reached the point where everything changes. The choice has been made, the shift has started, and it's all for you.